Hey guys, welcome back to Beast Quest, Series 5, Book 1, Krabb, Master of the Sea. That's right guys, we're back with another series of Beast Quest. Man, I'm looking forward to this one. So, let's start things off with the new plot. I've got my notes ready if I need them, so here we go. Tom and Anna are back, and they follow Adaro to his chamber. Turns out that his father's there also, and they reveal that the amulet they got from the last quest is really a map. It has a map on it. But it's not a map of Avantia, it's a map of another kingdom. This other kingdom is called Gwildor, that's how I pronounce it. So that's where Tom's next quests will be, because in the last series, they said in the last book, that there'll be more quests for you. For us, we didn't understand what that meant because Malville was gone, but there's other things, like this other kingdom called Gwildor that's in danger, so that's what Adaro meant. And of course, I like the fact that the amulet was, like a puzzle piece, leading also as a map to the next thing. I like how it all connects together. So, the amulet will be our new map for the series, this season anyway. Anyway, Gwildor turns out to be the twin kingdom of Avantia, that with its own Beast's Master, because the Beast Master in Avantia is Taladon the Swift, and there's a Beast Mistress in Gwildor, who is called Freya. The good beasts, like Avantia, have been taken over by an evil spell from an evil wizard, just like Malville did in the first series. So, that thing, it's like reusing a plot from before. How I take that, to be honest, it depends how they do with it. If they do it good, it ends up working really well. If they do it to a point where it gets boring, bleh. But luckily, Series 5, takes it pretty well, actually. They know they've done before, but they do everything they can with it and make it as good as they can. So, turns out our new villain is the twin, and this is going to sound confusing. Okay. Like I said, Gwildor is the twin kingdom, so this is like everything is like, there's a twin to everything. It's not that they're related, I guess, maybe, I don't know. I hope not. But, basically this is like the twin kingdom, like the double. Anyway, so the evil wizard is Velmal. Velmal is basically, I think Malville's name spelled the same letters, just reversed in a way. Which is clever, I guess. So Velmal is the new wizard. He's not that much different to Malville, only that his robes are different, and I picture him more menace and more cackly, more a skinnier dude. That's why I picture him in mind. Even though there are images of him, but that's how you decide it. So they've got to go and help free those guys. So they all take their companions and teleport to the beach and start their quest. They get into a boat. My question is, does Tom still have his armor's powers back? However, that question is not answered so far, so I don't know about that. We continue on, and they take their boat ride, but straight when they're on their boat ride, they bump into Krabb right away. Because they count these rocky rocks, but they're not rocks, they're parts of Krabb's shell. And they start to begin the Beast Quest without any hesitation. So it's time to begin another series, chuck you right in it. And that's another thing I like, because in the other previous series, I think series 4 or 3, series 4 and 3 had a set up exposition, but it took too long to get to the beasts and stuff. However, they've learned from that mistake, or maybe they haven't, I don't know, but they've done it really well this time. I like it, because it's not too, they gave us exposition whilst we're doing it, whilst the characters are facing more challenges. So I like that. It's like they're still doing it, and we're still learning things as we go. Anyway, so we're starting off fighting up against Krabb, and they end up crash landing onto the beach of Gwildor with the whiter sand and a different setting and no clouds in the sky. It's not like as if it's menacing as Gorgonia, but it still looks different and fresh, like this beautiful land has been attacked by a wizard. However, speaking of the wizard, they are introduced to Velmal, and he's with a woman and that woman is actually the mistress Freya. turns out she's evil now. I don't know how. Maybe Velma put a spell on her, or maybe she chose to be. But whatever the case, they're working together, and that's it. And they look forward to watching the fight as Tom tries to defeat Krabb. Or if he can, in his mind. But of course we know he's going to, so there we go. So they go away, and Tom says he's going to beat him. You know, like he does. I'll blood my veins kind of thing. Tom and you know, rescue a boy who's been in the water, of course. And turns out the boy's been poisoned by Krabb, because he's got this slime all over his body. Meanwhile, Tom gets the amulet out while they leave the boy, and they see that the amulet, whatever, wants him to go into the woods to see something. And he goes in the woods, and he bumps into Wizard Adaro, and Wizard Adaro says that there are these mystical prizes that the Mistress has that will help you defeat these beasts. So Tom has to find these prizes, but he doesn't understand what that means. Storm helps him find one, which is the pearl, and he uses the pearl and goes back to Eleanor and the boy to, you know, help him beat Krabb before he comes back. So Tom goes back to see the boy, who reveals that he's called Castor, and he goes on about a prophecy that the person who comes to help save the beast kind of thing, but you need to be a son of Gwildor according to the prophecy, so I doubt Tom is. Tom denies that he is part of this prophecy, but that's another thing altogether. Mind you, they do set up a plan to capture Krabb by using Castor's fishing bait, because he's a fisherman or a fish boy, and his ship got damaged by Krabb, so they used whatever's left of him to make a trap for Krabb to come in. However, that trap backfires as a shark gets tangled in. However, that shark actually is just what they needed to lure Krabb in, so it kind of worked. And then they try and take Krabb down that way. Meanwhile, Eleanor tosses him the pearl, and Tom misses it. It goes into the water, and Tom goes in to rescue, to go back and get it, because he needs it to beat the beast with it, so there's that. Krabb goes in after him, and then he's almost about to drown, but Tom grabs the jewel, but he can't make it back to the top of the water, but turns out that the pearl allows him to breathe underwater. I think I skipped this, but Castor says that there's a legend that the pearl can breathe in the water, and turns out it's true, so the pearl does have magic powers, as will the other 5 mystical prizes that we'll come across on our quest will. So maybe the prophecy is true? Well, we'll see. Meanwhile, Krabb comes down to face Tom, and they're going into this big epic fight, and after many slashes and attacks, Tom doesn't really want to hurt the beast because he's a good guy, running under an evil spell, but he still has to find out what's causing the enchantment. The only thing that he's been looking around all over him and there's nothing there, just the natural things on the beast, the pincers, the slime, the tentacles, all that stuff, and there's no thing noticeable. Krabb's about to make his move. Tom does a cut, leaking all this slime off him, which hopefully does some damage. Now Krabb's about to make the finishing blow, but he stops. Turns out Krabb is actually free. And how is this? Well, turns out the slime was causing the enchantment spell on him. And now that it's all been leaked off him because of that attack that Tom did, leaking it off him, he's free again, and he rescues Tom from drowning and takes the pearl up with him, and they all go back to the surface. You know, Tom tells Eleanor that it's okay, everything's good, and Krabb sails off into the ocean, free from Velmal's spell. And now there's just Taladon and Adaro show up, and Tom informs the news, Krabb is free, and they encounter Velmal and Freya, who's actually working with Velmal. Taladon and Adaro are shocked by this and talk in secrecy behind Tom's back, and Tom thinks they're hiding something from him, but that's where we end off on our story there. So that was Krabb, Master of the Sea. In all entirety, I think this is a decent read. Probably one of the best starters we've had when it comes to starting books. And the story goes up at a very good pace. There's not too much exposition, like I said. It's all freshly paced, and it really builds you into the series. Series 1, 2... I'm trying to think of the other ones. 3... what was 4? Okay. Yeah, this is probably the best starter book out of all 5 of them in order. When it comes to starting books, this one takes the cake. But anyway, like I say, I would probably put it there. So this is like the best starter book. And of course, it's our first... we're back to a water-type monster again, so that's another plus. We haven't been to another water beast for a while, and it makes sense. Gwildor probably has one. And I'm happy to read this one, so in all, it was a very good book to read, and I'm looking forward to see what Series 5 else has to offer along the quest on our series. It's great to be back with these reviews, and look forward to next time, guys, with Book 2.